everyone, Erin from Morehouse Farm here with a tip on joining yarns. And of course, if you're using non-superwash wool, you can do the friction splice anytime you like. Or you might like this if you want to preserve the twists in the plied yarn. Here's one way you can do that. So like our gator yarn shows, we've got 3 plies actually to work with right here. And all I'm doing is separating 2 and 1. So that means I'm going to have one thicker side and one thinner side. I'm going to take the new end and do the same thing for about the same length. So from here to the end, I'm going to separate 2 from 1. And the reason I'm going to do that is that I'm going to overlay them so that we can maintain the thickness and the look as we continue knitting. So now we have to decide, am I going to attach to the 1 or the 2? And I just find that out of habit, it's easier for me to remember. I'll leave 1 from the old and put the 2 from the new together. So now we've got our 3. I'm not worried about twisting them together. They'll do that themselves enough so that we see the plies in the project as we go along. And then I knit. So our next stitch here is going to be in the dark color. So I'll make sure we've got both halves or 1/3 and 2/3 as we go through and give it a good tug. And then we continue knitting on. So here we go to the purple and then to the dark gray. And I may need to give it a little bit of encouragement to go the right direction. That's okay, right? Because it's not used to being together yet. So we'll probably be able to fit 1, maybe 2 more stitches in here. And all I'm trying to do is tuck those ends in. Of course, I'm going to stretch it out to the side since I'm doing color work here. And there we go. I've got them nicely knit in. And now I'm going to have this end to weave in at the end. And I can bring the untwisted part back up to the top since we want to be knitting with 3 strands all together, all at once. All right, so my next dark stitch will be in the full yarn and the new one that I attached. And it'll be nice and strong. So here we go, knitting onward. And then when I'm done with the project, I can come back around and I can weave in these ends. And that makes for a really smooth join. And you can see along the way, all right, we've got the 3 strands here. Once those have been knit in together, they will blend in really nicely. Happy knitting from Morehouse Farm.